shallow lake systems are the cornerstones of the remaining habitat that we have. Unfortunately, due to high stable water levels, changes within the watershed, and invasive fish such as carp, these basins become turbid and degraded. And essentially what they're doing is simulating drought, consolidating bottom sediments, growing those rooted aquatic plants. And once water levels are brought back to a normal elevation, you have clear water, improved habitat, and good water quality.
We are in Emmons, Minnesota on State Line Lake. We're currently working with Jensen Excavating, installing a new water control structure and a high velocity fish barrier. High velocity fish barrier, it's a pipe at a slope which creates enough velocity on the downstream end to keep carp, bullheads, and minnows, rough fish, from basically entering further upstream. Now they'll actually have 2 5-foot bays that they can manage the water level.
Currently, State Line Lake is in a turbid water condition, high stagnant water levels, lack of rooted aquatic plants, lots of undesirable fish, and very turbid water with high nutrient levels and high algae levels.
The lake was very muddy. You could put your hand in the lake and probably not see it past 3 inches of the water level. And the whole project is to clean it up so we can see the bottom and bring back wildlife to the area.
Once the water control structure is installed, water levels will be temporarily lowered for up to 2 years. Once the temporary drawdown is complete, water levels will be restored to the lake, and then we'll have that healthy, clear water condition.
This is Sand Lake, and recently Ducks Unlimited has come in, engineered, and replaced the structure to give us more management ability on this lake. Currently this lake's in drawdown, which means we've got the lake pretty waterless, and we're trying to promote the growth of native aquatic vegetation that will benefit waterfowl and other types of water birds that are going to use this.
Following drawdown, water levels are restored naturally back to the normal elevation or the full service elevation. And when those water levels are restored, the water comes back clear, the habitat is there, and the waterfowl use follows. The Living Lakes Initiative is pursued in partnerships with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources, and then also with private funding partners such as Unimin.
Unimin gave to Ducks Unlimited to support the Living Lakes Initiative just this past year. The huge majority of that contribution was directly towards the Living Lakes Initiative.
But it's absolutely critical to have funding partners such as Unimin, foundations, other donors that we can use that private money to match with that public money and make Living Lakes possible.
The reclamation strategy that we have, how that fits together with DU, the Living Lakes Initiative, it was really a no-brainer for Unimin. The way this wetland restoration project turned out is just unbelievable to me.
I mean, we see some basins that are in really poor shape. In just a year or two, we can take that basin from that murky water state to a clear water state with lots of vegetation and lots of birds using these lakes. And it's pretty amazing to see. It's very satisfying.
We've only begun to improve shallow lake and wetland habitat in Minnesota, and a lot more work remains to get conditions back to what we need here in the state. And I've been doing this now for over 10 years, and working on these projects, it still amazes me the transformation from this turbid water condition to this clear water condition, and then the response of wildlife afterwards and the improved water quality.